Okay, today we have some really easy formulas. It's volumes of some prisms and some cylinders. So kind of the most basic way to describe the volume formula is that it's the area of the base times the height of the prism. Okay, and the cool thing about volume is that every single time it's going to be units cubed because, well, I'll just show you why. So let's talk about rectangular prisms. Okay, if we have a rectangular prism, to find the area of the base, I'm going to do 20 times 7, then times how tall the figure is, times 8. Okay, so let's talk about something that freaks people out. Well, what order do you do it in? It does not matter. Look, if this was our figure, okay, and now let's say it looks more like the base is this area, and you were like, okay, well, area of the base is 8 times 20, and then it's 7 tall. Are you still multiplying the exact same numbers together? Yes. So on a rectangular prism, we're just doing length times width times height. So 20 centimeters times 7 centimeters times 8 centimeters is 1,120 centimeters cubed. Okay, if you were to use little centimeter blocks or little cubes like you have in elementary school, you would have 20 of them and then 7 of them, and then you'd stack them 8 tall. You would have 1,120 of them. So let's talk about the relationship between a rectangle and a triangle. It's half, right? We learned that last chapter, that when you do a triangle, you do base times height, and then you divide it by 2. So the relationship is the same for volume. If this was a rectangular prism, okay, pretend that it like extended up this way, right, or that there were 2 of them stacked, we would do 24 times 16 times 12. But it's a triangle, not a rectangle, so it's divided by 2. So length times width times height divided by 2. 24 times 16 times 12 divided by 2 is 2,304 yards cubed. Okay, so actually I'm going to go back up here. Rectangular prism, length times width times height, right? Area of the base times the height. Triangular prism, length times width times height divided by 2. So this would essentially be like the area, right? Base times height divided by 2 times how long it is. And then how do we find the area of a circle, right? Because a cylinder has a circular base. So how do we find the area of that base? Pi r squared, and then we're going to multiply it by how tall our cylinder is. So pi 14 squared times 26. Pi 14 squared times 26 is 16,009.5. So is the 5 or more? Yes, so that makes this 9 into a 10. So it's 16,010 centimeters cubed. So just as a quick rundown, rectangular prism, length times width times height. Triangular prism, length times width times height divided by 2. And cylinder, pi r squared times the height. And always, always units cubed.